What's up, everybody? I want to talk about this Netflix original called Supacell. Um, it came out a few days ago, and it's a Netflix original based in London. And I gotta say, I went into this series just looking at the thumbnail and reading the description. And I said, let me give it a shot. And I gotta say, I was really, really impressed with this whole series. And not just the series, but the casting, the character development. This is a really good show. Each character, they have their own story, and it's each person has a complex story, and they're all living different lives, and these people, they don't know each other, and somehow the main character who you see in the thumbnail, his name is Michael, he has to bring these four other people together somehow to stop an event that he's trying to prevent an event that's gonna change, his life personally. But at the same time, come to find out, each one of them have to stop a certain event from happening in their lives. And it's a superhero movie with superpowers, but it's not like the Avengers or Marvel. It's nothing like DC, but just the story alone. Of course, there's your speedster. There's someone who's strong. There's someone who can move things with their minds. Your same typical powers, but not really. It's kind of different. But just to have a superhero movie written like this one, it's unheard of. I mean, to me, it's unheard of. I personally like this story better than The Boys. Um, I hope that this series can continue on, because it left off with a cliffhanger, which was a really good cliffhanger. But just to see a show that has superheroes in the real world, but it's not like they're wearing costumes. They're not wearing costumes. No one's trying to be a superhero. One of the characters she's a nurse, and she has her situation going on with her sister. And then there's another guy, to me, one of the most interesting stories. There's a guy who's a gangbanger, and he's feuding with another gang. And you could imagine he uses his abilities to go at this gang. I mean, this whole story is nothing like you've ever seen in any superhero. I mean, it's different from The Boys. It's different from Invincible. It's different from the Avengers, DC. You name it. It's way different than any other quote unquote superhero movie. And that's what I really like about this Supercell show. I like the fact that it has its own world, and it's not copying any other superhero show. Like, you know what I mean? Like you're not going to see a Superman type character here. There's no Batman type character here. There's no Wonder Woman type character, right? It's its own show. It's its own world. All the actors are great. It's a beautiful cast. To me, it's a beautiful all black cast. Um, and it's just a great show, and there's 6 episodes, and if you're just into drama and you're into a really good story, really good character development, a really just a mystery, and if you're really into being surprised and making guesses and in making the wrong guesses, Supercell is the show for you. I kid you not, and this is just it's subjective, and this is my opinion. This is one of the best series that Netflix has put out in a long time. In a long time. And I'm hoping that they do a season 2, because this is a really, really, really good show, and with really good actors. The storyline is great, and you feel it. You each character, you it's like you care for each character, even the ones who supposed to be a bad character. For some reason, it reels you in, and you're rooting for the bad guys, and you're rooting for, well, quote unquote bad guy, supposedly the bad guy, but it's just a surprising good show. The episodes are each 6 episodes runtime is about 45 or 50 minutes, and if it's just a good story all the way through. And like I said, the first episode is kind of like a character development, kind of get you familiar with each character, and then it brings you in each episode. It reels you in more and more of each of the characters. It gets more interesting and more interesting. And the story and the plot twists and everything, it comes in a full circle. And like I said, you'll be sitting there watching, and you'll be making guesses, and there's a lot of surprises. And I recommend this show, Supercell. I think 10 out of 10, in my opinion. It's a 10 out of 10. It's 5 stars. 100% Rotten Tomatoes for me. This to me is a very good show. And if there's any critics out there who don't like it, if there's any critics out there who's critiquing this in a certain way, I would like to know what it is that you don't like about it. Because to me, it's a good show, and it's nice to see a show with all black cast that is shown in a positive light, and we need more of that in the movie industry. Peace.